what you made me do. Look what you just made me do.
Hello guys and welcome to a new video here on my channel. I'm Ryan and for today's video I'm going to be keeping with the Taylor Swift theme for a little bit. I had the most incredible response on my Taylor Swift reaction video. I think it's my most liked video. I had so many really nice comments from people. I had people even tweeting me on my Twitter. And I really wanted to do another video on this Taylor Swift video. So this video, I'm going to be going through the video and telling you some of the hidden messages that are in the video. As a huge, if not the biggest Taylor Swift fan in the world, I have loved Taylor Swift for so long, and only a lot of mega Taylor Swift fans will see the stuff in the video and know what it means. There are so many hidden messages in this video, all the way down to who the video is actually about, which is actually a bit of a shocker, and I'll explain that at the end if you didn't know who it was about already or what it was about already, but I'll explain that a bit later. And it's not who you think it is, Kanye, but I'll explain that a bit later on. But yeah, I really wanted to do this. Also, thank you all much, whoa, I can't even speak. Thank you so much for the overwhelming support on that last video. It's really nice to see some of you like responding with such nice comments and liking the video. I even had like Taylor Swift fan pages posting the video and stuff. It was just really sweet, so thank you so much, and that means so much to me. And thank you if you are a new subscriber, welcome to the channel, and remember you can always hit that subscribe button up there if you would like to see when I post more videos. But let's get right into the video. The first scene is obviously the shot of the graveyard, and you can see the TS made out of all the gravestones. That's very like obvious. I think a lot of people noticed that and could have seen that. The whole beginning segment when Zombie Taylor, as we call her, is in the Out of the Woods dress. It's actually the whole look from her last music video was New Romantics, but her last video of 1989, which was Out of the Woods, and you can see that that's what the zombie looks like. And the reason for that is because that was the end of that era, and the whole reason of she's dead with that era and she's coming back to life in a sense. I think that was such a clever and cool idea because it kind of followed on from what she last did, and I think it's just so, I think that's so clever to include in the video. Also, you might be able to see in the video that there's actually a tombstone, not the main tombstone that says Taylor Swift on it, but there's one next to her, and it actually says, I think it's Nils Strosberg, I don't know how you say it, but that was her alias, shall we say, her name that she used when she wrote This Is What You Came For Calvin Harris, and that's on a tombstone. So it's kind of giving the idea that she's buried that as well. She's kind of buried that persona, shall we say, and buried that time in her life when she wrote that song for Calvin Harris, who, let's not get into that. The next thing is who she's burying in the graveyard. She's actually burying herself, obviously, but she's burying herself at the Met Gala. And what I think was really funny is the Met Gala is when the whole 1989 era started, and what she's trying to say is basically that she's burying herself from that era, basically, and she's starting fresh, and that's when it all started. And what was, I think, really, I don't know if she did this, because obviously we won't know unless she ever speaks out about it, but the person that she's burying in the Met Gala, which is her dressed up, she's actually smiling when she's being buried, which I know a lot of people who don't understand it are like, why is she smiling? She actually did an interview once where she feels like she's so much in the public limelight that sometimes even when I think she said this, even when she goes to bed, she smiles. She feels like because she always feels like she's being watched, just in case there's always someone watching her. And I think that was a clever, if she did include it purposely, that was a really funny and clever way, you know, the fact that she's dead, this era of Taylor's dead, but she still smiles because she's always being watched. The paparazzi are always watching her. There's always a story about Taylor Swift. I thought it was a really clever little thing that if you didn't really pick up on, like a lot of true Taylor Swift fans would have, but if you didn't really pick up on, just something to know. And that's why she's smiling when she's getting buried, basically. Now we're going to a shot in the video and a part in the video which is actually very controversial, because loads of people are saying it's something really awful. I'm talking about the bathtub scene. Taylor is in a bathtub full of diamonds and jewels. And I'm going to talk about what it actually means at the end, but I'm going to talk about a few things that are in that scene that you might not have picked up on. The first thing is there's a $1 bill in the bath, which signifies her win at the sexual assault trial that she went through where she won $1. And what is interesting to know is this video was actually started in January and it ended in May. So I'm guessing that must have been put in at post. I don't actually know. But I think that's such a clever little thing to add in there, was the $1 bill. I think that's really significant and clever. There's also something new which I actually saw today. I don't know if it's true. There's a locket on the floor which might be the locket Calvin Harris gave her, and it's on the floor, and maybe that's kind of showing that she's done with that relationship. Well, obviously she is, they're not together anymore. But that's something that a lot of the Swifties have picked up on. I don't know if that's true, but that's another little thing there. Now, to talk about the bathtub scene, a lot of people say that it's about Kim Kardashian getting robbed in Paris. As awful as that is, it isn't actually anything to do with that. And if you're a true Taylor Swift fan, you would know this already. But it's actually about an interview she did at the Grammy Museum, I want to say, when she did a live performance of 1989, some of the songs off it. She actually said that the way the media portray her, that she flies around the world picking up these men and taking them to places and telling them what to do, and she just sits in a bathtub full of pearls, and that's what they think they do, and just watch the world go by. And so this is kind of her saying that. I know it's not a bathtub of pearls, it's a bathtub of diamonds, but it's what she's trying to say is that's what the press think of her. So as much as you haters would love it to be about the Kim K Kardashian robbery, it's actually not if you did your little bit of research. Now we're getting to my favourite bit in the video. Sorry. Yeah, my favourite bits in the video. So we're at, it looks like a bank robbery, and if you weren't really paying attention, you would just be like, oh, it's a bank robbery. Nothing matters. It's actually a streaming company. Yes, there are multiple bits on it that say Streamco, and she's robbing money from them. And this is because the press, obviously with the Spotify and Apple Music, just saying that she's doing it for the money, and a lot of people are saying that she's doing it for the money. Moving on to the next bit, which is the bit where there's like all these plastic doll women, and it's actually talking about her squad, which obviously the press talked so much about, I remember, during the whole 1989, and basically saying that you had to be a stick thin model, and like they're like Barbie dolls, and you have to be practically perfect and all this stuff. She's kind of taking the piss out of that, showing that she's like the leader of this squad and these plastic women, and they're all models and stuff. I think that's another clever way that she's showing what the press kind of, and you know, the paps paint her as in this world. I think that's a really clever take on it. It's very out there as well. Like, once again, I'm pretty sure anyone, you didn't have to be a Taylor Swift fan, I'm pretty sure anyone could watch that and be like, wow, I know exactly what that's talking about. I think it's very, very clever. Honestly, I think that's very clever of her to have done that. So obviously I'm gonna skip past the whole old Taylors crawling up to the new Taylor. That's kind of very self-explanatory. All these old Taylors which are now gone, trying to get to this new Taylor. But I'm gonna move on to something that I saw, and I don't know if it's correct. And I kind of want to know from Todrick Hall. So my guess is that Todrick Hall choreographed the bit that Taylor Swift dancers and all dancers do too. But if you compare it with the Mean Girls dance that they do at Christmas, they are very similar. There's very specific moves that are similar. So I would like to know if that's actually a thing, that he choreographed it around the whole Christmas Mean Girls dance. Because that would be insane. Because now that I've seen the comparison side by side, I honestly would not be surprised if that was true. I think it is insane. There are so many references in this video to Mean Girls. So, I mean, that's something I'm putting forward right now. Maybe it is. Tell me if you think that in the comments below as well, but just saying. And then finally, we've got the ending with all the old Taylors in a line, and they are literally slaying everything the press, famous people, just random people on the internet have said about her, from her being so surprised, being too emotional, being fake, and the famous speech about her wanting to be excluded from the narrative, the Kanye West thing. And I think that's all very self-explanatory. If I'm honest, I don't really need to explain all of that stuff, do I? But yes, I want to just address what people think who this video is about and who I actually think this video is about. A lot of people think and can tell that the song is probably about Kanye West and Kim Kardashian, which did cause a lot of craziness with the whole snake emojis and the whole famous line and all that stuff. But I have another opinion. I saw a blog post the other day, and I actually saw an article the other day, and it talked about who this song might be about. When you look into it, it's very easy to be like, oh, okay, this is about Kanye and Kim, but the truth is it's about the haters and the press and the paparazzi. That's who this song and the video is really about. The way they paint her, the way they picture her in the limelight, what they've done to her, the whole way they've changed her reputation. See what I did there? That's so bad. The whole way they've changed her reputation and they've made her to be this evil mean girl. And I thought that was insane. I remember I read that article and I was like, oh my god, yeah, that's true. Because I always thought the song was obviously about Kim and Kanye, which it probably is. There are definitely elements in there, but when you really get into the nitty gritty and you watch the video, it's not actually really about them. It's about all the people that have dragged her for the years, and I think that was really insane. So my personal opinion, I think the video is actually about all the haters and the press out there in the world that have like dragged her, and like her saying, fine, you want me to be this person, I'm not taking any more shit, so I will. But tell me in the comments down below, who do you really think the song is about? Do you think it's about Kim and Kanye, Katy Perry, Calvin Harris, or do you think it's like me about all the press and the haters out there in the world? But yeah, tell me what you think in the comments below. But I will see you all in the next video. Give this video a thumbs up if you did like it, and remember, you can follow me on all my social media that I have, and I actually have a new Facebook page. Do go and like that. I'll put a link down in the comments below. I completely forget to even promote that. But anyway, and I will see you all in the next video. Have a great day. Bye.